New videos every day.
Hi guys, it's Lori from Total Wellness Austin, and today we're going to do a video on beginner yoga. So we're going to go through some basic poses that are safe, but will get you back into yoga if you've been out for a while, or if you've never tried yoga, these poses are extremely safe and will still get you into a yoga practice. Make sure you favorite this video so that you can follow along with me 3 to 7 times a week. And so the first pose that we're going to start with is child's pose. Child's pose can be done 2 ways. One with your knees together, or you can take your knees apart and bring your heels and toes together. Once you've come into that position, you're going to slowly walk your hands forward, and then you're going to rest your forehead on the mat. I recommend that you really reach your fingers as far forward as you can to get a good stretch in the upper back. The other option is if you can't get your head to the floor in the beginning because your back is tight, then you can take a block and place it under your forehead for a prop, and you can use that as you come down into child's pose. Notice how my arms are really stretching forward. So I'm putting my back in a flat position, stretching out the spine. And now I'm going to walk my hands towards the left, and my body's going to move with me. And now I'm getting more of a stretch in the right side of my body, right arm, right upper and lower back. And you want to approximately hold each position for about 30 seconds. And then slowly walk your hands back to the center of the mat and come back into child's pose again. And then you're going to move towards the right side. So now you're getting a stretch in the left arm, left upper and lower back. Remember always that you're really working on stretching your arms forward. And then slowly begin to move back to the center. Lower your head one more time. And then slowly begin to come up. So don't be lazy in your child's pose. Even though it's a resting pose, use your arms and really stretch them forward so that you're getting a stretch. That way that will begin to lengthen your spine, stretch out the back. Anyone that has low back pain, it's an amazing stretch for that, and it's very safe and gentle. The next pose that we're going to do is a very common pose, downward dog. But there's a couple of key things that I want you to think about when going into this pose. When you're first starting off in downward dog, don't expect your heels to touch the ground. So you can leave a slight bend in the knees so that you're not putting too much stress on the hamstrings and the calves. You also want to make sure that your head is relaxed and that you're looking down at your navel. A lot of times people want to look up, and that's putting more stress on the neck, so your head should be looking down. You want to put enough pressure in both your hands and your feet so the body is evening out the energy, and so the pose becomes a lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to go into the pose and I'm going to show you what that looks like. You're going to start on your hands and knees. Okay, you want your arms or shoulders over your wrist, and you're going to curl your toes under. You're going to lift your knees up and press your hips towards the sky. Modified. And lower the knees, come back down, and you can go back into child's pose if you would like. So as I modified, I bent my knees, which lessened the strain in the hamstrings and the calves. Notice I really was pressing through my arms. You want to use your back. You want to elongate the muscles, elongate the spine. And then eventually the heels will start to come down. I'm going to show you one more modification to downward dog, and this is pedaling the feet. So you're really getting the blood flow pumping into the calves and into the hamstrings. So again, you start with your hands and knees, curl your toes under, lift your hips up. You want to make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. And then you're going to begin to pedal. So you lift a foot up and then press down as you lift the other foot up. Another modification is you can bring the knees down and up. This is going to create blood flow to the hamstrings. And then again, as you come out of the pose, lower to the knees and either go back into child's pose or come to seated position. The next pose we're going to do, we're going to use a strap or a yoga belt. But if you don't have one of these at home, one of the best alternatives that I've found is a bathrobe belt, actually, or a karate belt, or you can even just get a regular belt from your pants. Anything that will not have too much elasticity to it, so don't get those stretchy bands, because then that's just not going to give you enough pull. You want to be able to pull the belt so that you're getting a good stretch. Okay, so you're going to start with the belt. You're going to come to a seated position and extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to start with the right foot. So you're going to take the belt around the bottom of your right foot, and as you do that, then you're going to lay back flat on your back. Okay? We're going to begin with the first stretch as we raise the leg up in the air. Again, we're stretching the calf and the hamstring. So when you're in this pose, you're going to hold each position approximately 30 seconds, but I want you to really focus on flexing your foot. When you point your foot, you're not really getting a stretch in the back of the leg. So flex, bring the toes towards your head, okay? And make sure that you're comfortable where your hands are on the belt. I don't want you to create tension in the shoulders and the chest. So if it feels better to be higher up, that's fine. If it feels better to be lower with the belt, that's fine as well. Because what we're working here is not the upper body, it's the hamstring and the calf. Okay, so you're going to hold and make sure you're breathing in and out through the nose. And you'll begin to notice as you breathe and on your exhales, your leg will begin to come back further and further. And then after your 30 seconds, you're going to grab the belt with your right hand. You're going to take your left arm out to the side, and then you're going to let your right leg open away from your body, which creates a stretch in your inner thigh on the right side. But not only are we stretching the inner thigh, we're working on the chest muscles on the left side. So as I open my arm here, I feel a stretch in this muscle in my chest, which we really want to work on opening the chest up. A lot of us work at computers all day, so we've got that forward motion going in the shoulder, which causes neck pain. So really open up the arm, palms towards the ceiling. And as your right leg opens, focus also on keeping the left hip down. If you let your hip roll up, that lessens the stretch. Okay, and you also want to keep your foot flexed. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then slowly begin to bring the leg back up to the center. Switch your hands. So your left hand now grabs the belt. Right arm goes out to the side. Same thing's going to happen, but this time the right side of your chest is going to get the stretch. You're going to grab the belt, and now you're going to go across your body. So now you're going to stretch your IT band. So anybody out there that's a runner, this is a great stretch for runners. Keep your foot flexed and slowly let the leg come across the body. And you should feel it probably all the way from the hip down even into the foot. And remember to focus on the breath. As you inhale, remember your belly rises up. Exhale, belly comes in towards the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then slowly begin to bring the leg back up to the center. Keep the foot flexed. And do the hamstring stretch one more time, just for about 15 seconds. And then slowly lower the leg all the way down to the floor. And the cheater way, so you don't have to get up, is just slide your foot through the belt on the other side and bring that leg up. Okay, so now your left leg is up in the air. Same thing. Flex the foot. Try it without the foot flex just to see the difference. There's not as much stretch going on in the back of the leg. So we're really trying to create that stretch. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, the belly rises towards the ceiling, and exhale, the belly comes in towards the spine. Now you're going to grab the belt with the left hand. Your right arm's gonna go out to the side, palm faces the ceiling. Remember, you're getting a stretch in the right side of your chest, and you're gonna let the legs slowly open away from your body. Foot is flexed, and you're focusing here on the foot being flexed and the right hip staying down. So even if you have to keep the leg here, that's better than bringing it here and bringing the hip up. Okay, so the hip needs to stay down, and arm is out to the side again. Palm is up, foot is flexed. And then focus on the breath. Go back to the belly. Inhale, belly comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, belly comes down towards the spine. Slowly take your leg back up to the top and switch hands. So your right hand is on the belt and your left arm comes out to the side, palm faces up. And you're going to come across the body. Remember to keep the foot flexed. And this is where you should feel a stretch all the way from the hip, possibly all the way down to the foot. And if you don't feel it all the way to the foot, it's nothing to worry about. Everyone's body is different. So as long as you're getting a stretch in this area, then you're doing the pose properly. And then begin to breathe again. Inhale, belly rises up towards the ceiling, and exhale, it comes in towards the spine. If your arm does not touch the ground, some of us have really tight chest muscles and you may be here. You can just lower the arm. You're still going to get a stretch. And then as the chest muscles begin to open, you'll know that you can start to raise your arm up. But you never want to have it up in the air off the ground because that can pinch nerves and cause tingling in the arm, and that's not where we want to be. Okay, slowly bring the leg back up to the center. And just hold one more time. Make sure you're breathing. If you're noticing, every time I exhale, my leg begins to come further and further towards me. So the exhale is the key to releasing and relaxing the muscle. Good. Then begin to lower the legs slowly. Okay. You're going to take the belt, set it to the side. Draw your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, and you're just going to rock right to left. Massage the low back. Not only are you massaging the low back muscles, but you're massaging the kidneys. Creating blood flow to the organs. And then roll all the way to the left. Place your right arm into the ground. Use your arm. Press yourself up to a seated position. And just remember that when you start, your leg may not go all the way over. It may not go all the way across, and that's okay. This will happen in time. And the more you focus on the breath and the exhale, then the muscle will begin to relax more and more. Thanks for watching today's video. If you want to learn more information about me, my website is totalwellnessaustin.com. Make sure that you favorite this video so that you continue to watch it throughout the week. And leave any comments or feedback. I would love to hear from you. I'll see you next time.